Group B today in the New Year's Cup. $9,500 on the line. We broadcasted Group C yesterday with Fly and Infi being victorious. Today, 3 Koreans, 1 Chinese. We start with Moon versus Sok and focus on WFZ in the other winner bracket semi-final. 4 players go into this group. 2 players will go out of the group into the quarterfinals. So let's see who that is. Our first match, as I said. The greatest of all time versus one of the hottest prospects, both from Korea, Moon versus Sok.
And 2 top players, which are still teamless. Moon still hasn't signed, because he's probably kind of expensive. And Sok, his team just disbanded winners, so I'm sure a lot of tournament orgs, team orgs will be looking towards this. And regardless of who wins here, both these players have been showing last year already how strong they are. However, to be fair, Moon, compared to the previous year, wasn't doing so good. Of course, the keeper patch came and went. Nowadays, it's looking a little bit rougher. And especially against humans, Night Elves have had a bit of a tough time. And even Moon seemingly couldn't find the answer. I've heard many Night Elves say that Remind is actually the guy to copy, the guy to get inspired by. But I'm sure Moon wants to get back on top, where he belongs. He's the most successful player of all time, the biggest legend in Warcraft 3. So I'm looking forward to see him play, because normally, whenever he plays, it's great fun.
Absolutely. There's already a surprise. Moon is going for Warden. Meta-wise, that's the standard. Colorful does it. Of course, Loliot does it. Pretty much everyone does it. But Moon was not the biggest fan of the Warden in the past 5 years. We've seen him with a lot of Keeper of the Grove. We've seen him with a lot of Demon Hunters. But now, maybe even the greatest has to accept that on Terrana's stand, this is the way to go. So how good is he with that Warden? What will he play? Second Engine of War already? Okay, this seems to be a very passive level 3 creep route then. On the other side, also something interesting. This is the standard as well with the Mountain King as a start. But look at the building positioning of Sok, like the farms in the south. What is this?
Yeah, that's super weird. This is like the exact opposite of a wall off.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Walling off against the Warden, of course, can be a problem. She blinks in. You can't follow. Yeah, I'm not sure what the intention here is. Certainly looking unusual. But this thing that stands out here so far extremely is the double Ancient of War. This is one of 2 things. Either super heavy creeping and perhaps a counter expansion, because of course MK First will play an expansion, or all-in Huntress push. Lots of Night Elves are fond of this all-in Huntress push, but normally the strong humans are able to hold off against that. Moon, not necessarily so much of an all-in player, but I have seen it by him before. And I have seen it fail before, especially on Northern Isles, I can recall.
Yeah, also a match against TH on Terranas that did not go Moon's way at all. So, yeah, I really don't know what to make of this. Mountain King gets dust against the Warden. The Warden is harassing despite the 2 Engines of War. Sok
this dust is really important. I think that perhaps this game from Loliot comes as an inspiration to these other Night Elves, because he played against TH here 2 days ago. He stole the dust, he stole plenty of last hits, he stole the Telly Staff as well, and look what Sok is doing. Gets the dust, gets the Telly Staff. Because if the Warden harasses down here and then gets the Telly Staff up north to creep the Natra with the Ancient of War, the MK can't really follow. And of course, if there's no dust on the MK, the Warden can be quite annoying here. But Sok is covering his bases really, really well. He's got the item he requires. The Warden, looking for the last hit, doesn't get it because the Stormbolt is perfectly timed. Last hit goes to the MK along with the item, which is the Crystal Ball, and the Warden, already surrounded, has to blink out of there. But there is a dust, remember. This Shadow Melt might not protect her.
There's also a Potion of Greater Healing, so Moon should be safe with the cooldown, but this is really expensive for the 5th race. Mountain King level 3 couldn't prevent that. Crystal Ball, also nice to reveal against this Warden, and the potion has been used. He still wants to hang around, has some mana, but I don't feel there's much progress in Moon. Yes, his tech is really good. It's at like 3/4, But what did the second Engine of War do so far? He crept, okay, with the Berserkers and the mercenaries in general. Warden is not level 3 though. Needs one more creep. Maybe he was relying on one more peasant kill, because that would be exactly level 3.
Oh, the MK staffs over. That's pretty dangerous to disrupt this creeping. And of course you can find some kills, but also the Warden now. Free reign pretty much at the expansion. One more kill for level 3. He gets it with the footy. And here we go. Phantom Knives active. Level 2. And Sock leaving his expansion to the Warden with its hero not around. And then expand!
Quad kill by Moon! This is all of a sudden level 3.3.
Really bold play by Sock. The fact that he staffs north when he knows the Warden is around.
And now the mercenaries are next to the Moon. Well, despite that, he's still bold. Interesting. Now the Warden has a staff of her own, comes back defending. That costs a little bit of Moon Juice, so Warden is hurt, also low mana. But the Engine of
the
War...
most obvious sentry of all time. And here's another one. Once again, very obvious.
Atypical Moon play, right? Okay, now I was missing the Tree of Life. Usually he was expanding as greedy as one can. Sometimes even Foggy style before the Engine of War. But here, very late. Going heavier into army, into leveling.
Also similar to Foggy, Moon is making a lot of use of his Moon Juice very early on. It's not gonna be nighttime for too much longer, and there's not much juice left at all, thanks to the Warden blasting through her mana the way she did. But the expansion was certainly severely late for Sock here. The 4 peasant kills did hurt quite a bit.
6 minutes 30 is indeed a very late, fast expansion, even though that sounds a little weird. Sock pushing now, nice detonate onto these 2 Shadow Priests. I think he dodged it with the Mountain King. Here we go, Stormbolt. There is still the big healing on this Mountain King, so he can commit quite a bit. But Warden has to chase us out of that fight, gets the Shadow Priest in the end, but he was low mana anyway. And the expansion is killed. And the Engine of War as well.
Yeah, Sock comes in with a perfect timing here. Of course, had that great vision thanks to the Sentry Ward. The fact that the MK got the staff changes so much. And I think Moon earlier, he wasn't standing at the shop during the first nighttime to spam and steal that telestaff, the way Lawliot did. And yeah, now, no counter expansion, no second Ancient of War. Plan B for Moon is tier 3 tech. At least he got his other Ancient of War in position at the lab. And well, as it oftentimes is with the Warden, it's all about levels. She needs to get to level 5 right away, and then kill more stuff. Disrupt more economy, get level 6, make use of the ultimate. Because if she doesn't get out of control quickly, this 2-base play by Sock will most likely lead to a pretty easy victory.
Yeah, tech is at 50% as well, so I guess Rifle's coming. Zeppelin harass, gonna be pretty effective as well. We don't have a blacksmith yet. That's surprisingly late. Maybe he just skips it or techs to tier 3 immediately. Moon with a Vamp Aura can help with bears, which definitely should be the tech for him, as we see the adept training already. It's an interesting tug of war between them so far.
The Zeppelin load up could have been really effective for Moon, but unfortunately for him, Sock is right there regenning up with his own Zeppelin. So Sock is in position to defend this already. Moon will still unload and put one fan in. Oh, Stormbolt dodge. That was a nice one. And I guess if there's no defend here, it's kind of hard to deal with these Dryads.
One more fan would be great. Gets a double kill, triple kill on that Footman. Melee forces of Sock dwindling so far, but I think this is calculated. Oh, kind of knives again. Can't really staff out, blinks away again. Loses one of the mercs, but that's alright for the damage done, I believe. Buying more time for the tech, but no second attempt of this expansion at all. This is really surprising. By the way, thank you, Novoa, for the 313 sub.
A playstyle we've seen from Lawliot is play Warden 1 base for a long time, get her to level 5, then get the Panda, then continue to creep, and then expand behind that. But it feels like the Warden should be level 5 already, which she certainly is not. And it's a long daytime here. Moon is going for the Moonstone for at least a bit of mana regen on the Moonwells. But not too much is left. Warden with the clarity could blink across the trees, across the river, excuse me. Typical Terranas play to go into the economy. Look at the number of towers for Sok, by the way. I really like this. 3 guard towers at the expansion. So when the Warden blinks in, she has maybe 30 seconds or so, but then she's going to be too low, and then she's going to have to leave.
Yeah. And look at the base of Sok. Double Griffin Aviary, no tech. It's a Dragonhawk play.
I haven't seen this in a while. This used to be a little bit popular, maybe 1 or 2 months ago. Just literally mass Dragonhawks. Nothing but Dragonhawks.
Yeah, with a lot of shackles, you can get rid of the hippogriffs that will arrive pretty late. Nice fan again, but what does it really do against these cheap forces that Sok has? Now the Blood Mage is here to siphon, so the number of Fan of Knives are limited, very limited.
Moon does have map control right now. He's got a pretty strong army, and Sok isn't quite ready yet. He is going for the Dragonhawks. They are not the best fighters in the world, but if you have them in really large numbers, they can put out quite decent damage. And the issue for Night Elf is they don't have a very good counter, because Dryads kind of get destroyed by Dragonhawks with the right upgrades. Hippogriffs, as you mentioned, they just get shackled. They don't work. So normally, what you want to play against that is piercing damage on the ground, like Riflemen, like Fiends. But what does Night Elf have? Archers. Archers, pretty crap, especially considering that the MK could retrain to clap at any point.
What about Mass Fairy Dragons?
The town is under siege.
I think they're even worse than Dragonhawks, right? I've never seen that attempted. But I think they're worse.
I mean, they can't be shackled.
True.
They dodge quite some hits.
They also have tickle damage. And also gyros with flak cannons are the super mega.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, you can't really go air against human with fast build, double workshop, mass gyros. It's so fast. So level 5 Warden, but what does she do if she gets siphoned all the time? Sok is investing, of course, already into heal scrolls, barracks down, altar down, but rebuild already. And at the moment, Sok is harassing in the base, trying to lower the lumber.
Also in Moon's main, by the way, really cool. Sok has a little ragtag group of harassing units, because if the footies were south, they would just get killed by the Warden and the Bears. But guess what? They're looking to harass in the main of Moon, and they just killed the Tree of Life in a very obscure position. So another expansion attempt prevented.
And Sok is supply stuck. You really want these Dragonhawks in masses. Otherwise, you can't really fight. He's trying now. Stormbolt's the Berserker, but Moon is ready with the Zeppelin. Can, of course, be sniped as well. Nice Zeppelin micro, actually. So what to do now against these Bears and the Warden? Warden is completely dry, so she's not a factor without an orb. There you can see the damage from 7 Dragonhawks. More? 8? I don't know. 9? 8. It's really not that high. Another...
They will get more, I'm pretty sure. We have more upgrades coming in for the Dragonhawks as well. Losing the Shredder kind of hurts. Ideally, with this Dragonhawk style, you want to go tier 3 for a Pally, 3rd for staff, and for more upgrades. But losing the Shredder might mean that that's not going to be possible anymore. And this was certainly quite a bit of damage towards the main here of Sok. But still no expansion for Moon. There's another sneaky Tree of Life coming up, positioned at the top right. That one is really hard to scout. And perhaps Moon is finally going to get to his 2 bases.
Player's forces are under attack.
Okay, heal wards for Sok. Not the greatest item, as there's not too much to creep anymore. Warden is level 6. So how good is Moon with the Avatar harass? Because that's what he has to do until his own expansion is up.
Yeah, there's also a nice benefit of the Dragonhawk army. When they die, they don't leave corpses. When your Dryads die, they will leave corpses, but that also means you're losing army. But when you have a good number of spirits out, they certainly do good damage against the Dragonhawks. And Sok, he's been stuck at like 55 to 60 supply for a long time now. So yeah, this base attack with the Bears did slow down the human quite tremendously.
Okay, another staff, Herald of Vitality, and Siphon again. The Dryads get obliterated by these Dragonhawks, of course. Good micro by Moon. Zeppelins. This is so nice. He does what he can do. I mean, this is pretty much the max you can get out of these Dryads. But it's not enough.
Now we have a couple of spirits coming in. The Warden Stormbolt siphoned once again. Once more completely dry. Doesn't even have mana for the blink right now. MK getting siphoned himself. He's gonna have a Stormbolt in just a second. Invul dodge. At point blank range pretty much.
Sock pausing the game right here. Maybe some lags. Thank you, Renman287, for the 3-month resub. Back to Warcraft, why no picture-in-picture? Well, our production capabilities are limited with one guy producing the stream. If you know an easy solution
to get an
create...
intern who's doing the second camera.
Yeah, something like that. We need a producer.
Maybe we can ask the guy from the last WGL. He was a great producer. 3, 2, 1, break!
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, so Sock, he was looking to once again prevent an expansion up here at the natural, but little does he know, the expansion is a bit further to the right. Is he going to scout this perhaps now on his retreat? Because it looks like Sock wants to fall back. Avatar of Vengeance is pretty hard to take out, and we have a couple of spirits on the ground. Yeah, so Sock is going to fall back. This is going to be a massive scout. Is he going to see it? Ooh,
Oh, he does scout for it. He checks if it's here, but then he retreats to the bottom, right? Okay, he creeps first. Avatar sees this. Nice to cancel the heal ward. And the Blood Mage gotta be careful.
I think Sock really needs to get tier 3 for the Pally. He's got the resources now.
May have to transfer the health stone. Ooh, slow is coming in. Now he sees the expansion, but has to TP out. 4 Dragonhawks about to die. Oh.
I must say though, Moon is staying in this game pretty damn well.
Yes.
Many Night Elves before have just sat back and suddenly it's 2 squads of Dragonhawks and they just one-shot everything. But Moon first with the attack towards the main, slowing Sock down, and I think most importantly preventing that tier 3 tech for as long as he did. But big level ups for Sock are around the corner. Level 3 Blood Mage and level 5 MK.
Yes.
Could once again turn things around.
He has 3 heal scrolls now. 55 supply for Moon as well, but the heal scrolls don't work. They're not in range, and that's 2 more kills for Moon, closing in on that sweet level 7. He needs this Blood Mage level 3, like ASAP, but the damage is too good. Moon stabilized in a way that I was not thinking that would be realistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pushing
He's playing this
forward.
really, really well.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I'm liking Moon's chances more and more. He's now about to start mining off his second base, and Sock is just stuck on tier 2. He hasn't even tried to go tier 3.
Invis Warden. Ooh, that's a big fan of knives. He needs to kill the Dryads, right, to get experience, because that's the easiest way to get experience, and experience is the easiest way to win this game, but the fan of knives executes the Blood Mage.
This was really cool. He was staying in Invis until the fan was the kill threshold. So he didn't have time to pop the stone. Nicely done by Moon. A lot of really cool plays by the Night Elf. The early game really, really didn't work out, but Moon, the master, recovers.
Pretty unbelievable. And again, Sock losing farms. Okay, he rebuilt them. Otherwise, he would be supply stuck as well in a moment where that's really not an option. So Dragonhawk base harass now. This takes quite some time. Warden base harass takes...
A player's forces are under attack.
Takes a fan of knives, but not willing to use it at the moment. There we go. 1, 2, 3 kills. 4 kills. That's an easy one.
And when there's no arcane in the base, that's great. You always have mana to blink out. There's nothing to consider. MK is coming in, but who cares? Because blink is 10 mana. Doesn't quite dodge it, but it's okay. It's a level 3 blink, guys. He's very speedy. Not quite a 1-second cooldown, but still pretty good. Staff back into the main. Moon Juice, once again, quickly being used. Clarities. And the Warden, well, she is at that point. Level 7. She's the ultra strong lady.
Absolutely. Moon needs a little bit of repair, but the Dryads are here crazy multitasking. Also expanding at the natural now. Sock missed his timings. These Dragonhawks are not working at all. 66 supply only as we are in the later stages.
Panda coming in with Drunken Haze first, not with Breath.
Love this! The miss
Probably
chance.
more effective. Yep, exactly.
Look at the misses! It's like they attack a Demon Hunter level 5 with Evasion 3. Oh,
Okay, did get level 5, going to the ward now. She's taking heaps of damage. Has to blink away. Oh, nice. Reju immediately ready with one bear already morphed.
Warden save. Blood Mage save. He is level 3 now. So very limited mana for that Warden. But 2 targets with Panda and Warden. And these spirits do a lot of damage in the meantime. Panda kind of starting to drop low. Only a level 1 hero. But Moon takes care of that bear.
And once again, where's the anti-air? It's only the spirits, really. The Dryads get sniped too easily, and the heroes also with Stormbolt are having quite some issues. Warden is back in with a Blink Fan. Going to the Blood Mage now. I think Moon has to try with the hero kill, and he's gonna get it! No more Siphon now to worry about. Warden has at least one more fan, but it's so many Dragonhawks.
They are dying rather quickly. Double kill for Moon right here. Blood Mage loss was an issue. He sees the expansion now. Warden blinks after them. Can't use another fan, but Moon is on 3 bases now. Blood Mage level 3 revived at the tavern. That's quite expensive. Still no tech, no progress for Sock. He's just fighting with what he has. Upgrades 2-1.
And how severely was the Paladin missing right there?
Yeah.
If the Paladin, if the tier 3 is ready with Holy Light, that kill doesn't happen. And then Sock can stay in there longer and longer with Siphon going everywhere, going off everywhere, and more heals coming in. This tier 3 prevention, I think, is deciding this game.
Sock is trying again, but serious lack of damage against buildings. With rifles, you can kind of knock down structures. With Dragonhawks, their damage is so low. So Sock has to go for hero kills, but he has Banish. So Banish Bolt, but Moon is so quick with the spells as well. It's so tough for Sock.
The nice thing for Moon is he can actually afford to give up the space. He doesn't have to hold it. He's still gonna try though, as the Warden comes in once again with the fan of knives. Siphon is coming in quickly as well though. Warden losing heaps of mana. Drunken Haze, and now Breath of Fire as well. What? Is he Breath?
No, I don't think so. Fan came after. Here's the bash. He gets in front, needs to blink out. Oh, bash again! Moon about to lose this Warden. Staffs out now. And again, a lot of Dragonhawks hurt. Here's the Drunken Haze, but oh boy, that Panda. Bye-bye.
Level 3 Stormbolt, tons of damage. Dragonhawks are dying, but the Panda is the hero you want this experience on. The Warden, if she gets to level 8, that doesn't make a big difference. So this was absolutely quite the impactful hero kill. And now Avatar Vengeance stopping low as well. But it expires, which means it's ready again on the Warden.
Stormbolt prevents the blink, and that's a long Siphon mana. There's a potion though. One Dragonhawk still attacking the upper right expansion. Moon at 57, losing a lot. Upgrades 1-1 for the 5th race, close to level 8. But what does Shadow Strike really do? Not too much, I'd say.
Main has expired for Moon, by the way. Not quite yet for Sock because of the harass earlier. So, for the time being, 2 base versus 2 base income, but it's gonna turn into 2 base versus 1 base very soon. And on 1 base, you certainly cannot afford this Mass Dragonhawk style. So, Sock is really under the gun. He needs to come up with a game-winning play very, very soon.
And Moon, of course, has to hold. He can play the passive part. He has almost all necessary levels. He will get them on the Panda by just defending. Is Mountain King the X factor here?
Yeah, if someone's gonna win this game, it's gonna be the MK. But it's hard to do, man. Moon is in position. He's going for Invis Potion on the Warden. Oh, I love that. So you can walk in without getting siphoned.
Panda's
Needs
back
an
as
invul
well.
on the Panda as well, though, I believe.
So he's trying again. Does he have the necessary number of Dragonhawks now? No repair yet. Maybe Moon just lets it die and moves the Tree of Eternity over. He is engaging now. He is repairing now. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Going for the bear first. Oh, the Stormbolt a little too late. The Drunken Haze Breath of Fire hits level 8 on that Warden. Still has an anti-magic and the mana potion, so it doesn't really matter how much Siphon is coming in. Dryads are falling rapidly. Level 3 for the Panda. Big change in damage, but there's no mana on him now.
Last heal scroll committed here by Sock. This seems to be do or die right now. If he can't make this push work, this game is probably an end and not in his favor. Ward still has more mana to use. The Dragonhawk numbers, they're too low. They're way too low. And now with all the spirits and the Dryas has enough control and piercing damage to take him out. Warden blinks forward, Fan of Knives one more time. It seems like Moon has done it. GG from Sock, 1-0 for the Night Elf Legend.
Ooh, but what a sick match. Super strong early game by Sock. Looked really good. But then Moon turned it around against all odds. Maybe the Masked Dragonhawks was the wrong thing to do, even if it's a thing that maybe Moon might not expect from his opponent, but he reacted just perfectly to it. Also, like the Dryad micro, of course. That's the thing we point out the most in Moon games. Tremendous. I think if he micros it a little worse than he did in the upper right, like at the fight at the bridge, he's gonna lose 3 more Dryads. That's a lot of experience. That's lacking damage. Very, very close moments that could have swung the game around. So I'm very much looking forward to game 2.
And this game kind of reminded me of yesterday's Yumiko versus Colorful on Terranas, which also Yumiko had a good start in, but Colorful came back. And you know, when you watch Infi and TH oftentimes play on Terranas, you're like, oh my god, how are you supposed to ever beat this MK strategy? But the thing is, the transitions are really not easy to hit. If you miss a beat, if you expose yourself too vulnerably, you lose momentum, you lose tempo, and suddenly you don't have the ability to come sweeping in with this level 5 MK and the 75 supply push, whatever that army might be. If you design it all perfectly, it's really strong, but it is hard. I know a lot of chat likes to make fun. Oh, human easy mode. It's not easy. It's not even a little bit easy. But it played well. Certainly very strong.
Do you want to argue with the Twitch chat now?
Sock now with a deficit, moving towards his second map. Last Refuge. Sock always stood out to me as more of an expanding player, especially nowadays' meta against Night Elf than, say, Infi or TH. But this is certainly an expansion viable map, but not one you have to expand on. So it's going to be interesting to see what Sock opts for. And for Moon, is this a Warden map? Lawliot has managed in the past sometimes to pull off a Warden on LR, but it's not very easy.
Yeah, you need, again, a fast level 3, which is so hard on LR.
Oh, dude.
With a shop creep, you could do it.
Yeah, he did play Warden on LR versus TH, by the way. I think you haven't caught up with the VODs yet.
No,
I don't know if you have time,
not.
Neo, but if you have time to check out one game, Lawliot versus TH on LR, that was so sick. That was so good. Lawliot played 1 base versus 2 the entire game, but because of his insane Warden play, was able to get the win. That game I recommend to everyone. Unfortunately, not on our YouTube because we couldn't cast on Tuesday, but you can find it on Lawliot's YouTube or something like that.
With Korean casts? Oh, that's always great.
What an honor!
What an honor! GG! So good. So the Korean Derby continues. Map number 2, as we said, Last Refuge. Moon 1 map away from the winner bracket final in the upper right. So Moon plays from bottom to top. Is anything else but a Archmage possible on LR?
MK is really risky. You don't get Mercamp support for free. You don't get level 3 for free. It almost seems like a disrespect. And what if you're going up with level 2 MK versus level 2 Demon Hunter? Oh, that doesn't feel good. So, would be a massive gamble. Still expecting the good old Archmage.
Mouse King!
He's playing MK.
Against
Is that a
Warden.
hard read on the Warden?
I think so. That's not like Moon playing a Warden on... I don't know what's more surprising. Moon playing a Warden on LR or Sock playing a Mountain King on LR.
I think Lolite's influence is showing through really, really heavily. I feel like we're seeing this Warden being played by more Night Elves all over the place. Lolite, excuse me, went for the Merchant creep, by the way, here with an Ancient of War. Lolite was playing double Ancient of War. But I think he took it first. First camp Merchant. That's certainly not something that Moon is doing.
No.
A player's forces are under
Because
attack.
you do need to accelerate quickly with the Warden. Last game we saw, if you get to level 6, level 7, she is very good. But if you're stuck on level 3 in the late game, that is not very good. It's always the difficulty on harder to creep maps, like this one. On harder Merc Camp maps especially. Merc Camp is going to be a big deal for Moon. He will want to acquire that as soon as possible. And same for Sock. Look at Sock's greed, dude. MK first, Merc Camp first.
Yes.
Imagine if this was a Demon Hunter being played aggressively. This game would be over
It'll
already.
be over in 4 minutes or so. Gets the Shadow Priest for the healing. Moon could not distract the creeps with that Wisp. Sees it now. Scourge Bone Chimes for the human. Warden is going for more consumables. That is a very slow progress. But we do have a second Engine of War. And with the Warden, we've seen it on TS quite much. There is a possibility for tier 1 Warden mass hunts pushes. I've never seen them be too successful though.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, once again, Moon is at the crossroads right now. To all in or to counter expand? That is the question. Because he knows it's going to be fast expansion. This is MK first, nothing else really is viable. And here comes that expansion by Sock. Militia called. Not even too many at all. Only 3. He knows the Warden. It's impossible for her to be level 3 at this point, so there's not too much to fear. Wisp comes in to scout just to confirm. And Moon doesn't want to be aggressive with his information. He's like, great, you're creeping this. That means I should be able to safely creep the Merchant, as they are now the Ancient of War is finished. Should probably take quite a bit of repair, but it's tons of experience for the Warden. And, perhaps, a big mana.
That would be the dream, of course. We have a Watch Award already. A Wisp here on the high ground. Moon's vision is very good, as it oftentimes is. Big Invul Potion, also not too bad. Mountain King level 3 already. And, oh, Sock needs some resources. Little on lumber.
Oh, wow. It wasn't even an instant expansion, so the fact that these resources are mismanaged is not exactly supposed to happen. Perhaps because he went for the Berserker before the tech.
A player's forces
Before the
are under
expo.
attack.
MK comes in, looking to disrupt the creeping, but Warden got what she came for. She got level 3, she got the big item. And hopefully won't be losing the Ancient of War. Because this Ancient of War is always great to eat through the trees and then take out the gnolls behind. MK, by himself going into the main, could easily be getting surrounded. But for that purpose, got a Telestaff.
That's it, pretty much nothing.
Yeah, just checking things out. Perhaps most importantly, looking for the tech, which I guess he saw, so he knows it's no double Ancient of War Hunters all in.
Dude, Moon's Wisp spread is so nice. On the high ground, here at this little choke,
A player's
on
forces
the
are
entry
under
to his
attack.
base,
Yep.
at the shop, in the middle there's a ward. He, like, if Sock doesn't go all the way to the left-hand side of the map, he knows exactly what's up.
And he moved the Wisp so fast that that one actually survives,
Yeah.
unless it gets storm bolted.
Yep.
Still scary time though for Moon. He was creeping the Merc camp. He got the big boy, but not the rest of the camp. Rune Bracers is certainly nice for the Warden, but these archers are in a ton of trouble.
Avaloon's Grace, of course, but that doesn't help them too long. Shadow Strike kill. We have no Fan of Knives so far. Moon holding on to the second and third skill, to the third skill point at least. Can save him maybe to more retraining later. We actually go into hunches for now, maybe to stabilize a bit or put some pressure onto Socket. It's once again 2 base versus 1 base.
I'm pretty sure, by the way, that very soon every human, if this trend continues, is gonna pick AZ as their counter map. Because that's a very bad Warden map.
Yeah.
Moon with an early second hero here, it seems.
This is a lot of archers as well.
MK's taking quite a bit of damage over here.
Yeah, I think
there
he
is
can
Shadow
trade.
Strike.
He can trade super well like Moon can, with the Rune Braces and the Invul. Kills the Shadow Priest on the way out. Good damage. The Mass tier 1. This is an interesting build once again, but how fast... He's pushing. Like, improved bows into glaives.
Really cool to see. Moon playing many different strategies here. Oh, wait, is he trying to creep the lab? Without an Ancient of War?
Yep. Is he blocking some creeps in a way? Oh. Needs a lot of Shadow Melt, I guess, but nighttime's over soon.
And the important thing here is he's tanking the piercing damage with the Warden, so that doesn't do too much, but the two Ogres, they do have some DPS.
Yeah.
Ankh, very unfortunate. She was more than survivable enough already. This item is only gold for her, most likely.
You can trade it for Heal Scroll or Invul or even in this potion. Siege damage is lining up to be very good. Sock, does he have an idea? Did he saw one of the glaives already? I do not think so. Now it's revealed.
Sock is the lab himself and found the heal wards there, which is so good for him.
Yeah.
MK was hurt already. The heal ward is now gonna help to heal him up once again. He's gonna get level 4 here as well. And I think this time he should have clap, right?
Yes, he does. Question in chat. I haven't seen a Tome of Experience in ages. Did it get removed from the game? Yes, it did. With patch 1.31, and it's great that way. So, Moon with an Ancient Protector push. Vorpal Blade's not done yet, but no tier 2 tech for Sock either. This is good damage already. No clarities if the shop falls. And
good
old
glaive push against the expansion, man. I haven't seen this in forever.
It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation because the river is in a little bit... Oh! Pentakill! Hold that thought! That was big experience.
Ouch.
If you tower push, you kind of want it from bottom to top because the upper left position is a little better for it, but these trees can walk, so for Night Elf it's not the biggest issue.
Sock is in position with his army, but getting in range against the glaive is not too easy. There's archers and huntresses and everything here parked behind. Second attack upgrade, by the way, is coming in from Moon. Zeppelin, nothing inside.
Blood Mage coming, by the way. If he reaches level 2 against this strat, I would love to see Flame Strike. What does Banish really do for you?
Yeah, Flame Strike would make sense. But maybe it's more effective to give all the mana to the MK for clap.
Yeah.
Moon is taking out the trees. I wonder why.
More vision? Can't build anything there.
Bit more micro potential, perhaps. Alright, here we go. Sock is coming in. Starting things off with the Stormbolt and a Siphon, but the Ward still has the fan. Still has a mana potion as well, by the way. Here we see the level 2 clap. Really strong. Did Moon bring a heal scroll? He did not! So the next clap hits very nicely. Once again, Sock went for his own heal scroll already. Sock is going in here without defend?
Kind of weird, yes. He doesn't lose too much. One more potion for the Fan of Knives could be a triple kill. The heal ward again. There we go. That's the triple kill right there, but completely out of mana now. No second hero. 2 towers who did not do too much, actually.
And rifles are coming in. And mortars. Mortar teams.
The anti-tower push build. Mass range and siege damage.
The longer this goes, the worse it gets for Moon, obviously.
Yeah.
As Sock accumulates more resources and has more time to bring his tech to full fruition.
4 glaives. Move them quickly. Score of protection still in the inventory for the Mountain King. And it's so great that he got these heal wards, even though his shop is down now. He can still get some healing out of this item.
Yeah, also got a protection scroll, which could help a little bit, but at the moment this expansion is not under attack. He's still fully mining. Sock is totally satisfied to just chill out here and wait a little bit.
The mortar team was under pressure, but Sock's micro is good enough. The Warden has a heal scroll now. Doesn't affect the mechanical units, of course. Nice dodges by Sock. as it's no heat-seeking missiles anymore on the glaive throwers.
Sok should go for another heal scroll before he engages here.
Big mortar shots here.
Could go for backpack or something like that.
Stormbolt Siphon. Yeah, oh, the clap pretty much perfect. Zeppelin
Clap
is
against Hunts and Archers both so good.
it's 4.5 already. Oh my! He's clobbering everything to death.
Falls back and has another charge on the heal ward. Oh! Feels good. All the glaives could take it out, maybe?
A player's
Not
force
really,
is
no.
under attack.
Moon has to move back again. And his army is like, that's it. An archer and a hunt.
There's no transition for the strategy, by the way. It's not like you can play glaives in a normal kind of one base or map control game. This is only a unit meant for sieging nowadays. In the past, it was so broken you could play it in any scenario.
Tier 3 coming for Sok if he gets frag shards. So easy to do. To take out everything. Warden close to 5. But does it do too much?
She's been this close for a long time, though. She actually hasn't found a single kill
Yeah.
in a really long time. Whereas the Blood Mage gets his level 2. Are we gonna see that Flame Strike?
Nope, it is banished. And maybe you can use it on the Warden, but man, Moon is losing everything right here already. 35 supply. Sok is marching forward. He has that siege damage against the towers as well. Blood Mage is kind of low, but the Warden gets that level up, finally.
The Blood Mage
Blood Mage
ticked
forward.
out right there. And another fan coming in with another mana potion. Big damage. Sok, perhaps, overextending. He didn't really need to push in there. Warden, one more fan. That's more kills with a triple.
Nice Zeppelin save here, but the Warden out of position. Might force him to that invul.
Stormbolt in 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh, doesn't chase.
Yeah, there's no blink on that Warden. That would have been the invul potion for mana.
Yeah. Invul or TP would have had to be triggered right there.
This is still not 100% defended. Moon never struck me as the Warden player, of course, but man, the fans and the positioning is really nice.
Now a player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, but the anchor, the APs, one of them has already been taken out. Another glaive falls. Only one single glaive left against 3 mortar teams, and make that 0 APs left in a second as more volleys rain in. This looks pretty broken to me now.
Yeah, what is Moon supposed to do? 2 base, 1 base, level 5 Mountain King, good control. Gets a couple of kills here and there, but there's pretty much no anti-air. No orb, only 1 archer, and if there's an archer, there's clap.
A player's
Moon is
force
hoping for the level 6 Warden miracle. And we have seen level 6 Wardens actually winning games against tier 2 human armies just with the ultimate. But Sok is transitioning to tier 3. We're gonna have a Pally soon. In fact, Pally's already on the way. Could go to Knights if he wanted to, Griffins. The world is Sok's oyster right now. He can do whatever he wants.
And what he does is siege tanks! Yay!
Another beautiful option that has been finding more and more play, has been seeing more and more play once again last couple of weeks. Thanks, Infi, for that.
Isn't kind of Happy's fault because he lost to it? We've seen a couple of tank plays. I think Romantic influenced Infi to play it, actually.
Yeah, I think that's true. And Infi now has cemented it.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is kind of looking like the last push of the game. It will take a number of miracles, honestly, for Moon to win here. Let's see how it goes. Level 5 MK versus Hunt is pretty good. Oh, here comes the clap.
Not too much mana. Invo potion finally committed. Mountain King has a big Invo potion himself. Uses that one. Will probably be unkillable with the backup of the Holy Light. Oh, sweet save as well. These potions last forever. Of course, one level
MK
6,
takes out
and
in the
Paladin-
Zeppelin, so she does get that level 6.
The Paladin, you mean? Yeah, gets level 6, but Knights are coming in. That's Moon's sign. 2 tap out. Man, solid defense by Sok.
Yeah.
But
And this is what I feel like it keeps on happening. Whenever the top humans get all in against their 2-base play, it always fails. It always fails. Whether it's Mass Hunts all in, Demon Hunter all in, even a tier 2 Glaive all in, it never works.
I feel so too. Maybe they play it on maps where they are not too confident anyway, so they think, all right, let's try this. But yeah, I'm totally on your page.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that it's not the meta on Terranus anymore, because that just hurt to watch.
And I think Moon wasn't in the worst position to transition late game. He was level 4 pretty quickly, and he still had both Ancients of War alive, with which he could have continued to creep, get to level 5, look for the harass, go for Panda second, go for the counter expansion again.
And
But oh well, he decided to all in.
AZ is Moon's pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave you for a second. Be right back.
Used to be considered a good Night Elf map, but nowadays it's all about the Warden. And this is not a good Warden map. Not at all. Akibono, thank you for the 4-month resub. He says, can't wait for the transition to Reforged. Hype! Yeah, it's only 12 days. Kind of crazy. 28th of January. Only 12 days left. So, map 3, deciding map. Once again, a full series. We had that plenty of times yesterday as well, with only one game being a 2-0, that being Fly versus Infi. So, Sock versus Moon. Who's gonna move on in the upper bracket? Of course, the loser here will still have a chance. There is a lower bracket. There is a safety net. Amazonia. Are we going to see the Warden again? In the past, this always was considered the unplayable Warden map. You get level 2 very easily, of course. Level 3 is acquirable, but it's so hard to creep beyond level 3.
I'm back.
For the Keeper back in the day, of course, this map was great, but if you play Keeper nowadays against human, I don't know, maybe you should have your head checked out or something, because apparently something is wrong. That hero just doesn't work anymore in this matchup. But the Warden certainly does if she's played well. But once again, this is not the good Warden map. And this is Moon's counter pick choice. I think this is really going to switch around soon. I think this is going to become the human counter pick, as I pointed out earlier. Infi played here really, really well. No, wait, it wasn't Infi. It was TH versus Lawliot. Level 2 AM aggression. Never let the Warden creep to level 3. That was the answer for TH, making that look really good. With an Alchemist second to just heal through the Warden's damage and push the main into the ground. Pretty much.
We have a Warden again, and I'm really curious how Moon wants to make this work. On the other side, for the first time, Old Man on a Horse, the Archmage. And now the question for Sock is, how greedy can he expand on a small map like this? And how heavily will Moon commit to that early harassment? Because early harassment obviously means less creeping, and that's a later level 3 Warden.
And is Sock gonna expand? Because it's Sock, I think it's pretty likely. Infi and TH, they mostly prefer one-base play on smaller maps nowadays. And if the AM does expand, when does he expand? We have seen instant expansions before. Or the good old level 3 expansion is kind of the standard. I prefer seeing level 3 expansion, especially against the Warden, because if you go for the instant expo, you're going to be stuck on level 2 forever, because the Warden pressures you. So, Footman scouts and sees, okay, it's Warden time. So, now, how does Sock react?
Should feel good to see it's not a Demon Hunter. Should feel good to have more time in the early. Ooh, Moon willing to get a mercenary. Sock sees this immediately. Can he prevent this? Not really, right?
But he can perhaps kill the archer with a
Oh.
good block. Oh,
And
great
that
scout by
is-
Sock. And boom, and
Oh.
one more hit!
The frog is not helping as
Player's
well.
forces are under attack.
Damn, Moon micro.
Wait, trying to pressure the Shadow Priest though. The next block coming into position. This would be the much bigger kill, of course. But he doesn't get the kill. He doesn't get the level 2. And now it's a level 1 AM versus a Warden. Archmage, squishiest hero in the game. Only 450 HP on level 1.
Damn, Moon saved both. That's pretty sick. And it is a one base play by Sock.
But this AM already in a bit of danger. Only 250 HP left. This is not ideal.
Walls off now.
Of the entrance.
Yeah.
A town is
Footmen are
under
coming
siege.
back as well. Pretty impressed with Moon's early so far. Attack as well, Shadow Strike as well. He knows exactly how vulnerable the first hero is and that there's no real solution to that Warden pressure.
Sock
As
is
long-
counting the seconds until tier 2 Alchemist.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's still no level 2. Ah, dude. That one archer was one hit away from dying, and he
Yeah.
should have gotten it, but the AM control was a little bit off.
Boots on the Warden, making this even harder for this Archmage.
Does she have blink?
Nope, didn't decide yet. Could blink in.
Apprentice Wizard with that finally level 2 for this AM.
Warden finds him though. Shadow Strike. Oh, good
Block!
blocks. Oh,
Oh,
my,
wow!
this block! Preventing the right click. The
Insane.
Warden is no Blade Master, but still packs quite a punch with a good roll. And these right clicks are why she bought the boots, and she has claws as well. This was so important to summon the Water Elemental and prevent this.
Yeah, that block saved the TP, maybe even saved the AM's life. Some Chimiko plays coming in here.
Hunter Soul for Moonlining up to be
player's
okay.
forces are
Defend
under
upgrade
attack.
for Sock coming. Must be a... Is he going Alchemist? Looks like it, huh? Tech is about to finish. Resources are here. So, no Blood Mage.
And tier 2 done. I would love to see the Alchemist just to keep up the pressure right now. And there we go. Here comes the Alch. Warden, not yet level 3, but she's pretty close. No last hit deny. Acid Bomb first!
Yep. Acid Bomb first. Feeling strong. Feeling bloodthirsty.
I'm not so sure about that one,
But
buddy.
a lot less sustain. He needs to get kills or creep spots now.
He needs to creep a lot, though, to get this Alchemist to level 2. Because the AM is going to be nearby to Soga experience. Almost certainly.
Oh, since we have some time, there's a beautiful question in chat. Hi, I'm new to Warcraft 3. Could you please explain why strategies change so much among different maps? To read that is really, really cool, because for years that wasn't really the case.
There's, of course, a more nuanced answer to this, but mostly it comes down to leveling. On some maps, you can level easily with certain heroes, on others, you can't. The Warden, for example, a hero who greatly relies on level 3. She did get it this game. And on Terranas, for example, that we saw earlier, leveling really easy. Here, not so much.
Yeah,
but
another-
Moon still got his level 3. And he
Exactly.
goes towards the main, and he's going for the fan, harass.
Has no stab and no blink. Only the TP. Gets some kills though. Another answer to this is on some maps it's super easy to expand to get a second gold mine. On some maps it's pretty much impossible in the early stages, so it's also a thing to that. Oh, Warden tries to move out, but the Rifleman closes the hole
nice.
again. Man, the level of micro in this best of 3 for a round of 16 is insane.
Yeah, really nice plays. But I still feel that Sock made kind of a big strategic error. Not disrupting the Kobold camp quickly enough. The Warden got plenty of experience there. And then not going for heal spray, allowing for more kills. When Loliot died to TH 2 days ago, TH just never let the Warden get to level 3. And it just changes everything for that hero. Especially for that hero. For every hero it's a big level up, but for the Warden, it feels like she goes from 40% to, I don't know, 90% or something.
Zeppelin drop now. Speaking of personal heroes, King in the North is my personal hero for the first donation of the day. Thank you guys for introducing me to Warcraft 3 with your top 100 back then, and now we are here. Looking forward to Reforged, and cheers to the best streamers on Twitch. You're doing great. Thank you. So heartwarming, so wholesome.
Thank you very much.
Finally, Alchemist got level 2. How furious Remo would be if I tell him, oh, it's Chemical Rage now. But of course, Heal Spray.
Not really, right?
No. It's one with a double staff and boots.
A player's
Biggest mobility in the game. And a Zeppelin drop. One staffing in. Another great opportunity for a fan of knives. Another double kill. Everything is heard. This is not looking good for Sock. Counter push coming now with the first couple of riflemen. Ancient Protector is already there. Ancient of War soaking up some time. No towers to support this. Tier 3 is already done. Master training on the way.
Takes out the AP. Warden, though, still far away. And this is 4 rifles. This is not to be laughed at. But master training, as you said, almost done. Oh, losing the shop would hurt here for Moon. Not trying even to repair. This shop is gone, so no Auto Venom for the Warden. That's a big deal.
Yes. Also no potions, especially mana potions. Always important.
Instantly sniped by these rifles. Moon looking to snipe the priest, trying to get rid of the sustain and then whittle this army down little by little. Fan of Knives comes in nicely. And one rifle taken out already.
No potion for Moon. Needs to rely on that Moon Juice. That's the last bit of Moon Juice, and it's daytime. Shop on the other side of the base. Moon will not be able to reach that. Ticks down. Got Reju. Saving grace. So far. No level 3 hero on Sock at all. Moon would be close to being supply stuck. Nice detonate. Focus fire a little too late for Sock here. And what's the critical mass nowadays for Bears? He's trying to fight back with 2, but breakers are coming in to steal Reju.
Yeah, single breaker here, really nice. Another Wisp detonate. Dude, these single Wisp detonates are making such a big difference.
Yeah.
Preventing the Watch Romance, preventing the slow as well, and preventing a lot of healing also. Moon with some masterful plays here. Seems to be making the Warden work on AZ, which seems to be so hard to do. Stop reeling.
Bears are super hurt though. One will most likely fall.
The Breaker's waiting for the Reju, and he steals it right away. But there's a second Reju.
Shop is killed again. Ooh, saving that sorceress, not possible.
So super scary for Moon. Moon is biding his time, waiting for the nighttime. It's 3 more Warcraft hours until then. So he finally has Moon Juice region again.
Moon is supply stuck. 2 bears, 3 archers, 2 dryads. That's 3 dryads. That's all he's gonna have for the foreseeable future. Oh, scratch that. Tries with a hero nuke now. Heal spray is good, but out of position a little. Level 3 helps. Is the Zeppelin available? Yes, it is. Moon could steal it. It's a little too late.
Oh, Moon didn't have the lumber. Zeppelin is 40 lumber. Moon had, no, 60 actually. Moon had 32. AM, what are you doing?
Whoa! Wanted to get an extra bit of damage in to potentially kill that Warden.
One stabs the hurt footman because one more kill is her level 5. And that's tons of damage from, I imagine, Shadow Strike.
This is, like, not seeing Group A, my personal highlight of this tournament so far.
Yeah, this is a great series. Absolutely. Oh, the shop. This time it will finish.
No, it won't.
No.
He snipes it perfectly. But Bears, 2 of them, so hurt. Heal scroll. Big investment by Moon, but maybe it's necessary.
Finally nighttime again. Finally Moon Juice again. Oh, Zeppelin, micro.
Take some time. Wounds. Soaks up every single bit of Moon Juice there is. Moonwells are finishing. Big help there as well.
One more heal spray is ready right now, and that one is required. Fight is all over the place. Super weird. Here comes the heal spray. Big heal spray.
This feels so good. A warm rain in the summer.
If the Warden, of course, in this game gets level 6, that's an instant GG.
Player's forces are under attack.
Pretty
So.
much, yes.
Can she get there?
So short on Lumber Moon the entire game. Diving hard now. Catches the Shadow Strike immediately. Puts the stop sign into the Alchemist's face.
Yeah, Sock, committing into these Ancients could be one easy way to overextend.
Another heal spray ready. 2 bears hurt. Warden, big damage. Level 3 Alchemist. The big heal spray now. Zeppelin crashes and burns with the Dryads flanking. He's just right-clicking on that Warden, but there's more Moon Juice.
Oh, Dryad's in the back. That's more killed. Warden is almost on level 6. One more kill for the level 6. And the Rifleman gets her that level up. Only needs the mana now.
Forces are under attack.
So many corpses, so many spirits. The rejuice working now. Moon seemingly got this with
God
29
damn.
supply. Waiting for the Avatar and the spirits.
How much mana is it? 150 or 175? Oh,
More
the Warden
reveal.
though.
So
Oh, she's gonna die!
This is enough!
Oh my God!
Falls!
What
the
the hell?
Avatar now! Moon without a hero, but with the ultimate.
And the ultimate pushes him back.
And the ultimate pushes him back indeed. 25 supply remaining.
Wow, what a sick game, dude.
Absolutely.
That was tons of experience for Sock. He's level 4 AM now. He's close to level 4 Alchemist.
That's gonna be big on the bears with level 2 Acid Bomb. I'm not sure if he wants to use that spell at all or just focus on the heal spray, but that Warden kill, that reaction. The spirits, man. Invulnerable. A caster killer.
Yep. Quite funny to see from nowadays' game design, having invulnerable units, but yeah, in Warcraft 3 we have that.
Zeppelin again. Warden back. But
Town is
from the
under siege.
tavern, that means no juice.
A player's forces are under attack.
I feel like that wasn't even necessary to Tavern revive her, but okay. This is looking really good for Moon now. We talked about this before. Oftentimes, against tier 2 human, the Avatar of Vengeance can be enough to win a game.
Bears now effectively without armor. Level 4 Alchemist, 1 heal scroll, and a big potion. Ensnare on that bear. Is there staff? Yes. Needs to use it soon. Oh, Ensnare holds on long enough, but that ban. But the spray. They're countering each other so well.
The next bear gets away in the nick of time. This Zeppelin, by the way, has been so valuable for Socks.
Zeppelins throughout this entire game. Game changers. But important for Moon to
Player's
keep
forces
Sock
are under attack.
away from his base. To bring the fight to him. Only for quite some time though, but he can withstand or endure daytime. Without being sieged again.
The funny thing here for the Warden is because she went double damage build with Fan and Shadow Strike, every level up for her is actually a really big one.
Yes. The moment she gets Blink will change
Oh, the Zeppelin above the trees!
He crashes and burns! The Warden survives though!
She almost died.
Yeah,
Oh,
she dropped even. Like she's not even confused.
yeah. This little nook in the tree line.
Yeah, this
This is
one
where she
right
dropped
here.
in. Oh, and more peasant kills.
Oh my. No mana anymore. There's the
Dude,
staff.
what is this series, man?
What is this series indeed? I need like a little sound effect by Knopf. What is this game? Fits so
A
perfectly.
player's forces are under attack.
Braving up the natural here, Moon. I think it's time for the mains to expire soon, right? Yeah, kind of. 2 more
And
minutes
then-
or so.
Big advantage for Moon with the free expansion.
The town is
2,300 still. 2,900 for Sock.
Sock pushing into the main again. If this push fails, this game is probably over. Warden waiting.
Moon
Clarity
just
running.
looking, Moon just
Clarity
looking
fans.
okay. Mana potion. Ultra vision soon. Raw being used, and Zeppelin is ready for Moon. The detonates again. He's not microing against it. Oh, he is with the Zeppelin now. Not killing these wisps, now sniping them.
Really hard now to micro against these bears. There's no sorceresses here really involved to slow them down. If bears aren't slowed, they are super scary. We have one Sork in the Zeppelin, but that's of course not enough to slow up everything. And Sock sees this is not gonna work. He TP's out. And actually nothing died in this whole push, which is funny. Aside from the wisps and Ancient of Wonders.
So what now for Sock? Expansion or all in is the question. I think he's all in, building another farm.
700 gold here saved up for Sock, so whatever he does, he should spend it first. Lumber, big problem for Sock, by the way. All these peasants being sniped over and over. Sock can't even expand right now. Not enough lumber.
Can go for a lot of items if he wants to. Okay, breaking upkeep now. Moon not following yet. Nature's Blessing coming. Moon's the first one to mine out. Oh, nice snipes. A guerrilla squad of dryads sniping these casters.
Town is under siege.
But he has to go back and save his base.
Who has to go back first? Here is the question. It's a little game of chicken over here. AM at the shop. Is he gonna go for the TP or for the double heal scroll?
And again, eliminating all these peasants in no time. Siege Bears, level 7 for the Warden. Keep down to 50%, but is it worth keeping? No pun intended, for the 1,500 gold. Archmage is not sure. Double heal scroll. Okay, all out base race.
So he needs to try to save some peasants, but I don't think he was able to. There is a single peasant left in the last little corner, and Moon snipes it as well. Last peasant dies. No new buildings for Sock at all.
Okay, Roar used. The bear still so good. Tree of Eternity falling. Moon has a wisp at the lab and 1,000 gold. Acid Bomb was nice, but human base, of course, has a lot of HP in general. And there's always Roar. And Moon is... Sock is moving back. That takes a lot of time.
Look at Moon. He's intentionally not using the corpses for the avatar because he knows it's going to expire soon. He's waiting for the next avatar to then use the corpses.
Yeah, corpses last 90 seconds, so well calculated.
Players' forces are under attack. Town is under
Alright,
siege.
Sock, he has to push this force back, but Moon doesn't even want to fight. He's just leaving.
And this Zeppelin is so annoying. Like, when this water elemental expires or is moved back, you can just go for the production buildings, pretty much anything.
Oh, that one little wisp in the back. This is basically the last wisp for Moon, where the water elemental is in the top right. Oh, don't lose it! He lost it.
Oh, there's two more at the bottom right.
Ah.
So creeping up for a little bit more gold. Water elemental dispel this Dryad, and that's the opener for the Zeppelin, but okay, Sock knows. Counter Scout Zeppelin in the air.
What is it with Moon and these base races always, man?
I don't know, it's like, it's his theme for 5 years or something. Against Yumiko, against Foggy, against TH a lot.
We're so late into this game, and the funny thing is, most creeps are still here.
True.
Because we were just fighting all this time.
Reveal on the Warden. Thank you, Solani, for the 34-month resub. I remember the times when I had trouble spelling your name. Those days are over. The Ward actually survives with 5.
But the human army now far out in the map, so it could be perfect time for the bear drop to come in. Moon not attempting that
Players'
yet, though.
forces are under attack.
Next Tree of Life for Moon is ready. Expose Crepta as well. He's close to having income again.
It seems like it's pretty easy for Moon to win this game. He starts mining again, he gets more and more resources, and he's always waiting for the counterattack. If Sock moves out, he's gonna go in to kill the buildings.
Yeah, he's threatening
So-
this with a Zeppelin So hard. He sees the expo now, so Sock knows. Oh, damn, I have to do something. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Zeppelin, bottom left. Expansion, upper right. You can't divide your army, then it's not powerful enough.
So how can you possibly win this game? That's the question Sock is asking himself right now. Avatar on one side, Dryads and Warden on the other, and Bears always parked. But Bears are seen, thanks to the enemy...
Invisible rifleman, look at this.
Oh, that's cute.
The town is under
And the
siege.
caster army here, can they reach? Yep. That is... Like, it takes forever, but that's so smart. I would have loved to see, like, slow. Oh, now
the Zeppelin!
He's fast enough. Oh, Warden is there. Staff out. Nice play by both of them. Man, the tension in this game. You can feel it. You can feel the electricity. And the Dryads move back, and that's the moment the Water Elemental comes in.
A player's forces are
Avatar Vengeance in the main. That does normal damage. Not too bad against these buildings.
Is that the only range normal damage? Okay.
Hunters
And Hunters, yes.
Breakers.
And Breakers.
The town is under siege.
Okay, Sock all in or what?
I mean, Sock has been revealed, right? So Moon should know this is the last buildings.
The good thing now is the Zeppelin was staffed, so he knows it's here somewhere. And not in this base race.
Here's the Zeppelin now. Bears unloading. Siege mode enabled. That's a ton of damage. Sock has... How many is that? 6 buildings right now. But now we're down to 5. And quickly dropping. Sock, I don't know how he's supposed to do this.
Me neither. He can't even go back because he has no... Well, even if he had a TP, there's no Town Hall to portal to. War used again. Barracks down. Sanctum to follow. Easy to wipe out these farms. Moon could celebrate with a Zapper if he wants to. And that's exactly what he does. Fan service.
Finishing blow. Goes to the Zapper, right?
I think so. There we go. There we go. Zapper's a little lazy. Doesn't obey. Okay, Moon wants this fight, apparently. In case it goes wrong, he can still blow this up.
But it's not going wrong. There's too many bears. The Warden is too strong. As it seems, Alchemist a little bit hurt there. Heal Spray is still certainly good.
One is close to 8, though. Archmage in the middle of everything. Can't go out, except with the Zeppelin. But then there's Dryads and the Warden with an Orb. Repositions. A couple of bears are falling, but Moon is not going to lose this. Sock taps out as both heroes are about to fall. And the greatest of all time advances to the winner bracket final.
In one of our best series in a while. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And what can we take away from that series? From the last couple of weeks, we already saw that Night Elves feel that the Warden is the answer, but we saw Warden fail a lot in that period. But we're seeing the Warden starting to work more and more. Are Night Elves just becoming better? Or was it Sock's mistake letting the Warden unfold the way she did?
I feel Warden works on pretty much every map now. And not only Lawliot can do it. Moon learned to play a very, very strong Warden. Yeah, what was Sock's big mistake there? It was a little unfortunate since he didn't get the Archer nor the Shadow Priest. If he gets one of them, it's an entirely different game.
Yeah. I think he was a little too passive against the level 2 Warden, gave her level 3 too quickly. And did he ever get boots? I feel like he never got boots, because if you get boots against the Warden, you can run away much more easily.
That's true.
Again, I point towards TH versus Lawliot, their game on AZ, where Lawliot had no chance. Absolutely no chance. Yeah, I think Sock did play a little bit too timidly, but all the commendations to Moon. He played this really well in a super fun series.
A questionable thing, Acid Bomb first over Heal Spray first, but yeah.
Yeah, that as well. Against the Warden, I don't think that's what you want to do.
Apart from that, Sock played a great series as well. Moon in the winner bracket, final Sock dropping down. Our next series is Focus versus WFZ in an Undead versus Orc. So we see all 4 races represented here in Group B. We go for a little break, and then it's time for Undead versus Orc. See you in a bit.